this through real quick. All right, put this up. Okay, I know he ain't not gonna leave that here, right? Okay, Junebug, come clean this mess up. You don't have a maid around here. Put that in the garbage. Okay, now I know he heard me. Junebug, you can't hear me? What's up, Ma? Please pick up your trash. Put it in the garbage. It's right next to you. You don't have a maid around here. Pick your trash up. Man, Ma, I'll do it later. I'm playing the game right now. Please, Lord, don't let me act a fool. Now, I'm trying to be nice, but if you don't take your and pick that trash up, it's gonna be some pain. Go ahead and do it. Hey everybody, how y'all doing today? My name is Tay, and welcome back to my channel, Inspire Me, where I talk about current or relatable topics, all from a godly perspective. And today's topic is called Just Manifest It Openly What You Already Had Bottled Inside Inwardly. Now, what made me talk about this is I'm pretty sure all, if not majority, or some heard about, Kirk Franklin, the recent, incident with Kirk Franklin, how him and his older son was having, I guess, an altercation, and his son recorded it, and he was pretty much cursing his son out. I really had nothing to say regarding that, but when I was listening to an interview with him last night, it made me think about me. Now, the reason why I want to talk about this is because if you've seen my videos in the past, before I moved away from my kids, I let you know that, yeah, my kids used to push my buttons a lot of times. And a lot of times, foul language came out of my mouth. One of the videos, if I didn't delete it, it was a podcast on my dad. I think it was called Native Tongue. Yeah, that was one of them. The native tongue means the cursing tongue. Yes. So I advised on there that, yeah, I cursed a lot. Now, when I did do that, I immediately apologized to God, like, God, please forgive me, help me. I don't want to be like this. I don't want to, let them push my buttons to where the point I'm cursing and stuff. And I apologized to God. A few seconds later, they do something else that made me, yeah. So it's like, yeah. So with the incident with Kurt Franklin, I do understand kids, could be little kids or even grown up kids. They will push your buttons. They can push your buttons. They can have you cursing and acting out of your character. But you have to really look inside it. This is what God had to show me too. It's like, even if you have a disobedient child, bad, disrespectful child, whatever. In his case, his child was, his son, should I say, was very disrespectful. You can't say, oh, my child made me curse because of this and that, their behavior, or they disrespected me. That was already in you. Now, that's what God related to me. When I used to say foul language, I can't say, oh, shoot, they pushed my buttons, they made me. That was actually already in me. I try not to, but it's like time I used to visit them, or, before when I used to stay with them, it's like, whew, I had the potty mouth. They just push those buttons. It was already, that's what I mean by the title. It's like, all you doing is manifesting outwardly what's already bottled inside of you inwardly. So the issue with Kurt Franklin, it's not just because of his son was disrespectful, disobedient, whatever the case might be. We caught it this one time because it was recorded, but who knows if he always cusses his son out. Like he said, he had that issue with his son from like since he was like in grade school or something, a little child, should I say. His son is 32 now, 33. So who knows if he, every time he had an altercation that he cussed his child out. I'm pretty sure it probably wasn't just this one time. He already had that bottle inside of him. The same thing with me. it was already bothering me. Even before I had kids, like I used to curse sometimes, so that was already in me. And I remember one time, well, a couple of times, when I used to sit with my kids and stuff, I used to say, because my child used to always apologize, like, Mom, I'm so sorry for what I did, and this and that. And, I forgave. However, I'm like, when is you going to change? You keep saying you're sorry, but I don't see a change. Like, when you going to change? And it's like God was relaying to me, like, when you gonna change? Shoot, we both got questions. You got a question, I got a question that need to be answered. When you gonna change? So it's like God used that scenario with my kids to pretty much show me, like, okay, you want your child to change, but I want you to change. You keep coming to me saying you sorry, you apologize for cursing. You want to be different. You don't want to keep doing that. And the exact same thing with your child. They keep coming to you apologizing, saying they're not gonna keep doing this and that, but they keep doing it. But you keep cursing. So that's what God had to show me. So I'm just asking God to help me because it's still there. Yeah, it certainly is. And I used to think also too think like, what if I was accidentally recorded, or just the people that I witnessed to, just people heard me cursing, and it's like, wow, this coming from Tay to say. That also just playing my mind. I'm like, oh Lord, like I said, the only reason why he was caught because he's a celebrity and because he's out there and he was recorded. But with me, I'm not out there and I was not recorded. But there's no difference. Like, we all need Jesus. We all need forgiveness. And I'm grateful that God do give us grace and he do forgive us and he forgive him, Kirk Franklin, as well. However, we have to be a light to people. We have to change, not just for people, but for ourselves. And it's like God was showing me, like, you're more concerned about if people hear you curse rather than if you're cursing around me and I hear it and you're not changing. And I was like, okay, yeah, you're right about that. So it's great that he gave a public apology. Apology is in the form of changing. I'm saying the same thing to myself. We have to change. That's our public apology. Now, I'm not saying verbally not to say, God forgive me and change me. However, your life has to be that apology. You have to change. If you want to be different, if you want God to change you, you got to walk in it. It may not even just be cursing. It could be anything that we're dealing with. And I'm trying to pretty much tell y'all too, is like, what do you have bottled up? And it takes a certain amount of pressure in order for you to explode. I'm going to say if a person got a whoremonger in them, and it's like they're trying to be a lady or a gentleman, but deep down inside, you know what you want to do. Yeah. Yeah. But it's like, do you need that right someone to pretty much bring out that in you? To be regarding person steal, and it's like, oh, I ain't gonna steal this little stuff. I ain't gonna steal, the office stuff. People need their stuff. Well, I ain't gonna steal from the homeless people. They need stuff like these. They need their stuff. Like, I got money. I'm good. I don't gotta steal that. But time you see a Brinks truck. We know what a Brinks truck is. You want to act like you in the movie Set It Off. Oh, what's that movie? With Lorenz Tate? Dead Presidents. You want to act like you in that movie. Now you want to steal now. But when it came to other stuff, it's like, what a type of pressure that you need in order to make that manifest. It was in you inwardly, but it didn't unfold until something happened. So I'm pretty much, you gotta examine yourself too to see if that is in you. It don't have to be cursing. Maybe cursing is not your thing. Maybe stealing is not your thing. Maybe being a whoremonger is not your thing. But you probably have a thing and that right something or someone can pretty much make you manifest openly. So if you do, ask God to change you. Sometimes you gotta fast. Because a lot of times I used to just ask God, please God forgive me. And I used to be so sincere and want God to change. And it's like God had to direct me to different people about fasting and different things. Like, okay, in the scripture about fasting, like, okay, you need to fast. You like to eat, or even if you don't like to eat, you need to fast. And it's not the fast, like I said so many videos, it's not the fast to lose weight, even though you will lose weight with fasting, but your true intention of fasting is to get closer to God and to break those bonds you have. So that's pretty much all I had to say today. Make sure you like, make sure you share, and also make sure you subscribe to my channel, y'all. Y'all have a blessed day.